My name is Matt Andre. I'm the production class equipment specialist for Four Rivers Equipment. Today we're going to talk about the new John Deere 210P Gen C excavator. The 210P Gen C is designed and built by Deere in America. This is the John Deere coupler. This is the newest coupler from Deere. It's an excellent design, extremely robust. It's designed short the extension of the tip radius. So coupler adds this length. This design compresses that, so we're not extending that too much. That means that we're retaining more of our original breakout force. But this coupler has the ability to capture multiple buckets, same pin diameter, and we can also spin the bucket around and capture it backwards for when you're doing utilities and you need that extra flexibility. On the dog bone, the IMU, the inertial motion unit, the IMU is tucked in behind in the dog bone. So it's safe, it's not gonna get hit, it's not sticking out. This line right here, very robust. This is where the electric line for the IMU runs through this, so it's well protected, so it's not gonna get damaged in the trench box or down in the hole. Characteristic of a Deere excavator, very robust arm structure. If you'll notice, you come up here and you'll see this weld mark right here. This has an internal bulkhead in the arm to provide rigidity. And then right here is a fabricated boom yoke. So instead of a cast steel, this is actually cut and welded in the factory. Very deep bevel welds. It's extremely strong. If there is a problem, it can be welded and fixed in the field. Coming back into the boom, right here on the double weld, between there and the D, there's another internal bulkhead in the boom, again adding a great deal of rigidity to the structure. So that's excellent for if you're digging and you're ripping stumps or you're trying to pull rock and you're twisting on the boom on the bucket. That structure has that strength to resist that twist. You've noticed that all the auxiliary lines, when they come down the boom, they're tucked in nice and tight. Again, that's in order to protect it. Now the 210P comes in multiple versions, a basic version, non-grade control. It has 2D grade control, or you can move all the way up to a 3D grade control system. So if you look up on the arm right above the boom yoke, that is the arm IMU. Again, well protected and tucked in, so you're not gonna tear it off on a trench box when you're down in the hole. There's a third IMU on the boom, and then another IMU on the structure itself. And that's how it's calculating the geometry for your grade control. But if you'll look up, all of the auxiliaries, everything is tucked in, so it's not as susceptible to damage in the field. This is the new John Deere cab. It has a much bigger door, so the access in is much wider. So for larger American operators, like me, big shoulders, don't have to come in and twist to get into the machine. So really good access, nice safety points. We're a little off on our undercarriage here, but the grab handles and the steps line up when it's parallel. It's a safety feature. This is the bolt-on track step. So if you have the wider pad, the bolt-on. If you have the narrower pad, it comes with a knot on. That gets inside the track pad, keeps it protected from all the rock. Cab has an excellent roof hatch. Now that doesn't have any distortion when you look up when you're digging above you or working above you with zoom. You can see the boom very clearly. That also serves as an excellent secondary escape. Should there be an emergency, the operator can use that to exit the cab instead of the door. Easy up window comes back, bottom window comes out and tucks in behind the seat. So open it up for when you're doing pipe work. Deere does something very, very nice for the operator. You have your drive pedal, and then you have your footrest right here. So when you're walking the tractor, you put your heel on the footrest, and your outside of your toe up here makes it a lot easier to control the tracks with your feet. The fresh air filter for the cab is in this door. You use your ignition key, open it up. It's a cartridge style filter. Pull it out, replace it. It's very simple. It keeps all that fine dirt out of the cab. That's a nice thing to do. That fine dirt can ruin a seat in a hurry. So this keeps all that out of the tractor. Coming back to this cabinet. So Gen C has switched from a pilot control. It's now electric-hydraulic control. So this is the heart of the machine right here. This is the EH valve. So all of the grade control, the controls in the cab are all integrated here. So there's very few dead spots in it. There's no delays. It's a very responsive system. So all of our flexibility that we have is designed to work through this valve. All of the CPUs, the control units, the computers are all based in this cabinet, well protected. Air cleaner is right here. Window washer is here. This is the radiator and battery house. So your radiators are side by side, so very little hot air being pulled over and over on a cooler. This is your air conditioning condenser. This is your fuel cooler. With final Tier 4 engines, it's really important to have a really robust fuel cooler because of the pressures in the engine. The return fuel is very hot, so this helps densify that fuel going back through the system. These filters here, you unhook the wing nut back here and it swings out for cleaning, so really good access to keep the coolers clean. The batteries are here ground level, so instead of having to reach down in a compartment, we're right up here where we can get to it, so it's good to be able to grab that 80-pound battery in close. It's safer for the technician working on it. The master cutoff switch is right here inside the door. Now looking up, you see the cameras right here. So this machine is equipped with the 270-degree camera system. So everything on the side and the back of the tractor, the operator can see in his monitor very clearly. It also has a camera on the front so he can see what's going on there. From the mirrors back, both sides, he has full vision of the machine. So this one has the camera here, and it also has the detect system here. So this is effectively a radar detection system that will alert the operator to objects behind him, up to and including a person. So if the operator or laborer happen to walk too close to the machine, it's going to give him an alert in the cab that he cannot ignore, that he has someone within the swing radius of the machine. So it's a really good safety feature. So Deere added the big reflectors on the back, so this machine, because of its size, will often be working on a highway project and tight with traffic. So now we have the big reflectors on here to help them see it. Electro-Hydraulic system allows the operator to engage swing fences, so virtual fences, so he can minimize that swing if he's working on a side of a highway. It has a lot of features that make the operator a lot safer without changing how he works. Now this is the pump house, very clean, well laid out. Your emission system is here, so it's a internal fuel dosing system, automatic. Operator has no input to it. This machine will regenerate somewhere between 40 and 100 hours of work, depending on workload. But again, the operator simply, it tells him that he's doing the cleaning and it doesn't impact the performance of the machine. Fuel filters are tucked back here with a water bowl and a drain right here. The pumps are laid out here. Dipstick for the engine is now here, so ground level. I don't have to go on top. Now if I have to put oil in, yes, I have to go on top and open the hood. The surge tank is up here. My hydraulics are right here. And if you take a look, you'll notice that this tank is round, so it's not going to be prone to dead spots, oil sitting in that tank. It's going to recirculate that oil 100% through the filter. So your sight gauge is here, filters here, that's oil filter for the engine. So very laid out, very clean, easy to service. Again, the hydraulic tank's behind here. Up behind the light and the camera here, there's a little valve on top of the tank where you can relieve the pressure off the tank very quickly if you have a leak. Your depth tank would be right here in this compartment, and your fuel is right behind the railing bracket right here. So real easy access to keep it serviced. Now let's talk about the swing bearing and the chassis. So the swing bearing on this, if you look at it, it's a very large tub. It sits up nicely, and the machine is biased to the center of the chassis, if you look how it's setting on it. So it's a very balanced machine. The undercarriage, they've beefed up the undercarriage from the last series. You'll notice on the front there, you'll see 3 brackets or 3 gussets right here on the idler frame. The idler frame takes a lot of force when you're digging, so that extra gusseting and that mass right there keeps that front end from flexing. So all that digging force will come up through the frame. Very large drive motors for the class, so that'll be an excellent travel torque. Be able to climb well. If you look at the car body, so this is the car body here. If you look at the design, it's got very good ground clearance. It's got chain tie down hook built in. It's very robust, but if you look at this curved design, it's designed to lift. So that's going to create a sweet zone for lifting, about 25 degrees off the nose to 25 right in here. That's going to spread those lifting forces through that chassis very well. So the 210 This machine is the lower end of the 50,000 pound class, so the 20-ton class of excavators. It's on the kind of the lighter end of it, right at about 50,000. And sister machine, the 230, is on the higher end, about 56,000. So this machine runs with a 4.5 liter John Deere engine, 158 horsepower. Excellent size for transport in town. This would be an excellent basement digging machine or a utility type of machine for the general contractor. So if this machine piques your interest and this is what you do, that, like again, that general contractor, general excavating, basements, housing development, please get a hold of your salesman. Come on in, sit in a seat. Let's get a demo arranged and come and enjoy what the new tractor will bring for you.